So the topic that was suggested today was as within, so without. Our minds are filled with negative thoughts, with fear, with anxiety, with feelings of lack of self-esteem or supreme self-confidence, where we look down on people, on things, on experiences. And yet, we want to be supremely happy. We want everything to go exactly the way that we want. You cannot expect to find your world giving you positive when all you're projecting is negative. If you want to be happy, and if you want your life to give you everything that you need, then you have to be happy first. You have to give up this idea that when I get that, I will be happy. We want our happiness only after a certain event. Only when something takes place will I be happy. Only when I get married will I be happy. Only when I have my baby will I be happy. Only when he goes to school will I be happy. Only if I'm healthy will I be happy. If you are spending this moment unhappy, if you are unhappy right now, then I can kind of guarantee that you'll be unhappy for the rest of your life. Mm-hmm. Yes, this is the truth, that the world is nothing but a mirror of your inner reflections. It's like moonlight. Moonlight looks so glorious, so beautiful, but all it's doing is mirroring sunlight. That's all it does. Similarly, this world that you look around at is a reflection of all that's inside of you. When you are happy, when the energies are positive and everything is flowing well, it doesn't matter what happens. You are happy. You find joy in small miracles. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, the first hint of thunder, you're miserable. Oh my God, the weather is always like this. Every time I come for a vacation, it's spoilt by weather, right? But if you are happy inside, you will look and see poetry in rain, magic in sunshine, miracles in weeds. Everything around you can be absolutely beautiful. We meditate. We do our pranayama, we do meditation for one reason: to reverse negative energy. Negative energy is your natural instinct. It's what the mind uses to control you. Because it's interesting, it's scary, it's filled with anxiety, it's filled with guilt and misery. You're feeling all this anxiousness, this anxiety, this misery, but you want tomorrow to be very beautiful, very, very positive. You want it to return to you what you're not giving it. Today, whatever you plant, whatever seed you plant in this moment will flower. What are you planting just now? What are you thinking? Are you thinking that this must not happen, that must not happen, this must not happen? Or are you thinking, I am blessed, I am pleased, I am happy, everything is exactly as I planned, life is wonderful, it is just what I needed. What is the quality of your thoughts right now? Because your worst fears will be realized. They will. I don't want this. I don't want this is as powerful as I want this. Thoughts have vibration. We may not say things. Words have amazing vibration, much more vibration. They carry through and affect others. But sometimes your thoughts don't come to the stage where you actually put it into words or put it into writing. It stays as a thought, but thought has vibration too. And the quality of your thought can affect the state of your body. Your body consists of, I don't know the percentage, but 70% water, I'd say, or maybe more. It's in your blood. It's in all the fluids that move through your body. It's in your gastric juices. It's inside the cells. Everything absorbs vibration. And this vibration gets stuck inside your chakras. It gets caught in chakras. What you want is as strong as what you don't want. It's important to remember. I don't want to end up like this. I don't want to end up in a wheelchair. Don't say that to yourself. I don't want to be a diabetic. I don't want cancer. Don't say that to yourself. Today, plant the seeds for a healthier life. Yesterday, you may have been indulging in alcohol, in drugs, in cigarettes, in whatever you might do. That's gone. It's over. Now, what are you going to do? This moment. This moment is all that you should be concerned with. What is the quality of my now? How quickly can I bounce back from the negativity that completely surrounds me? When this happens, it'll be okay. When that happens, it'll be okay. That's the idea of, that's the mind telling you, you cannot be happy now. Project yourself into the future. When you're successful, when you reach this milestone, when you get that, only then can you be happy. But I can guarantee you that happiness will elude you. Those things cannot come into your life if you're frightened now, if you're worried now, if you're anxious now. You have to let it go. You have to let it go. You have to breathe and let go. Can you hold your breath forever? No. Why are you holding on to things that are nothing other than stories? Let anything happen. Whatever happens, you deal with it. Does it mean that you won't become diabetic or end up in a wheelchair? No. But you might as well be a happy diabetic and a jolly person in a wheelchair. Right? What is saying no? You're saying no to everything and you want a yes outside. I don't want this. I don't need this. I'm frightened of this. How much do we restrict ourselves by our fears? We don't want to try new things. We don't want to step out of our comfort. We don't want to change direction. Our life is going somewhere and all of a sudden something comes and now it's time to change direction. And we don't have the courage because we're filled with fear of the unknown. But the future is unknown. The only thing that's known is the present. And as you step into your future, it is the present unfolding. It is the present unfolding. And while you need to plan for sure, you need to plan for the next 5 years or 10 years or whatever, in best faith, you can't do it while you hold on to the misery. to the suffering. You will have bodily failings. You might lose your money. You might lose family members. It will happen, one by one. But as it comes, you deal with it. And you deal with it just knowing that it's all okay. It's all okay. You need to be happy right now. You need to be settled. You need to be calm. You need to be peaceful. Right now, you need to keep tapping into that source again and again and again. And old habits come back very fast. We are very used to being frightened. We're very used to being scared. We sometimes get into groups or surround ourselves with people that frighten us. What are you going to do in your old age? You mean you've not done any financial planning? You mean you don't have this, you don't have that? We get into groups that scare us. And while we should educate ourselves, while what you do in the present is all that matters, I'm not going to do it next year. I'm not going to try and do something. Trying to be happy in the future is a futile exercise. I have people that tell me, my God, why is this happening to me? I don't deserve it. Who deserves it? Who deserves anything? Did anyone decide that someone deserves this, someone else deserves something else? Whatever comes, comes. But the suffering you're taking with you is something else. You don't deserve the suffering that goes along with it. The stories that you're telling yourself. I met a young girl today who said that she had an abortion when she was 25. She was not ready for a baby. And then when she had the baby, but the baby was born with genetic defects. And she always is thinking, it's my fault. It's because I had that abortion that God is punishing me for this. Now, first of all, there is no God, and even if he was there, he's so busy, he's got no time to sit and punish you. There are so many of us, so many animals, so many birds, so many creatures all around the world. You think he's got nothing better to do than to punish you. You are punishing yourself. This is exactly what I told her. I said, you don't deserve the guilt. Let go of this guilt. It's not your fault that your son is born like this. It's fine. You give him the love. You stay completely centered. It's his illness is not your burden. It's not your burden to bear. It's not your cross to carry. You let go of that burden and see how well your child is going to respond to you and how well you will move forward in your life. We don't need to carry guilt with us everywhere we go. We are not being punished. There is no punishing God sitting in the cloud. You get cancer, you get a headache, you get only no money, you get a bad husband.
You get it all.
Right? Right? And they have it all, right? And the feeling is that everybody else has it all. I'm getting the burden. What you are putting out, how you are feeling is how your world is going to manifest. There is no single world with 7 million souls. Every single soul has created their own world. There are 7 million worlds and one person, one self, one consciousness, one source. Now I've flipped everything that you've learned so far. Every one of us is seeing the world differently. Every one of us is manifesting our world differently. Have you ever thought of that? The same sunshine can be seen by two different people as, oh my God, the sun is too hot. And the other one can say, oh my God, I just love being out in the sun. We all carry our own perspectives, our own experiences, and we create a world around us. There's so much happening. There's so much happening. So is somebody's beating his wife in Africa, to what extent does that affect you? Somebody is elected as a political leader, to what extent does that affect you? Someone doesn't have a baby, to what extent does that affect you? Me, my little world. My children must be fine. And maybe my mom and dad. We're not concerned with anything else. We're all creating our separate individual worlds with walls around us. And when we meditate together, we break down these walls and we merge into that one consciousness that has all these different worlds. And all of a sudden, the world we live in is much more livable. It's much more tolerable. It's less gripping. It's all okay. Someone said something sharp to you. There is nothing to forgive. It's all okay. It's fine, because after everything is said and after everything is done, all you want to tell everybody around you is that, you know what? I love you. I love everybody. And you want to feel that love in return. But you cannot expect to feel that love in return if you're being selective in who you radiate your love to. What is inside is outside. Whatever you're feeling gets mirrored in your life. You must remember this. Every day, every morning, fill yourself with positive affirmations. I'm healthy. I'm strong. I'm capable. I'm loving. I'm efficient. I can do this. The more you fill the inside of yourself with empowering thoughts, the more the God comes to live in you. The more you're Godified, the more you're connected with yourself, the more you can make things happen. And once you have that positive attitude, you manifest a beautiful world. You then become the God you seek. There is no God outside of you. There is this God waiting to express itself through you. To create around you a wonderful, beautiful world where there's just beauty and love and peace. It's waiting to express itself through you. And when you find that God, that's all you need. And if you're punishing yourself, then you get a punishing world. A punishing world where everything is out to get you. So make a choice. Make a choice. Let your inner world be one that is filled with positivity, energy, brightness, and let it illumine your outer world. And in that, you will find that you are the happiness you seek. Om Namah Shivaya. Hey everyone, thanks for visiting my channel. And if you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to hit the red subscribe button and turn on notifications so I can continue to bring you more content just like this on knowledge, on meditation, and on insights for a happy life. Don't forget, happiness is your birthright.